Captain Marvel was given cosmic superpowers from the Tesseract when the Lightspeed engine exploded, but would those superpowers help her in other parts of her life? Brie Larson is coming back to Earth for Avengers Endgame, but she probably won't be doing much investing, and while you don't need cosmic superpowers to invest, there's evidence to suggest that if she did put a little money in stocks, she'd be better than many investors. We're talking the secrets to successful investing today on Let's Talk Money.
Beat debt.
Make money.
Make your money work for you.
Creating the financial future you deserve.
Let's talk money.
Joseph Hogue with the Let's Talk Money channel here on YouTube. I want to send a special shout out to everyone in the community. Thank you for taking a part of your day to be with us. If you're not part of that community yet, just click that little red subscribe button. It's free and you'll never miss an episode. Those of you in the community know I'm a huge nerd for Marvel Comics, going all the way back to 1984, right about the time Spidey was getting his new black suit. So with the Avengers Endgame coming up, I started thinking, what about the daily lives of the Marvel characters? How would they manage their money and how might they invest? We know from the blockbuster earlier this year that Captain Carol Danvers was given cosmic powers from the Tesseract when the Lightspeed engine exploded, then turned into a human-Kree hybrid after that blood transfusion with Ron-Rog. But would that make her a better investor as well? Before we get to that research on why Captain Marvel would be a kick-ass investor, I want to hear from you. What other Avengers Endgame characters should we do a video about? What are some of the best and worst money habits of the Avengers? Scroll down and tell us in the comments below. Now, looking through some of the research, it turns out she wouldn't need that superhuman strength maybe to be a superhuman investor. In fact, she might be a better investor just by being a she. Research by Fidelity Investments studying 8 million accounts found that women outperformed men by 0.4% on average. Now, that doesn't seem like much, but it means almost an extra $7,000 on a $5,000 starting investment over 30 years. The study also found that women tended to save more into their investments, putting 12.4% of their paycheck to retirement accounts versus just 11.6% average saved by men. In a separate study by the Warwick School of Business on Finnish investors, women tended to outperform by an even larger 1.2% annually versus their male counterparts. So what's going on here? Is there some secret unlocked in the XX chromosome, or maybe even something that makes us XY guys worse investors? What can we learn from it to make us all better investors? Both studies pointed to the female tendency to trade less, buying and selling their stocks less frequently. Now, men traded in and out of stocks 55% more compared to their female counterparts. When we look at another Fidelity study that shows the average investor makes 88 trades a year, costing around $880 even on some of the least expensive platforms, you can see where this could make a huge difference. In fact, an 8% annual return, you'd need a portfolio of over $11,000 just for your returns to cover that $880 in fees each year. Now, Fidelity also found that women are more risk-averse in investing. They tend to have less in stocks and more in bonds. Now, that doesn't mean they miss out on the growth in stocks. Most people are horribly over-invested in stocks with almost nothing in bonds or real estate, so having just a little less in equities might actually be a good thing. When we take all this together, it doesn't sound like rocket science or something only a cosmic superhero could understand. There are two ideas I want you to take away from this video that will make you a better investor. First is that saving money on fees is half the battle in investing. Saving just a few $100s a year can turn into tens of thousands over a lifetime. Second is that investing is just as much about what you put into it as about your returns. Now, this is something I think people miss in those studies, the fact that women tend to save more of their paycheck for investing. Most people think that investing is just about getting those huge returns, but if we look at a chart here on the two parts of your account, what you put in and the money you make on returns, it turns out the money saved is more than half of your account value all the way to 17 years on an 8% annual return. It's not until almost 2 decades that the money you make is more than what you put in. So put money to your investments every single month, even if it's just $50. That regular investing is going to make all the difference in the world. Stop trading in and out of stocks and save money on those fees. That's part of the reason why I'm using M1 Finance for our 2019 Stock Market Challenge portfolio for that no-fee investing option. Saving that $880 a year on the average 88 trades can mean an extra $100,000 on the money you save and those returns. Now, we're doing a whole series on Avengers Endgame investing, from Captain Marvel to Iron Man, Spider-Man, and the Black Panther. I'll leave a link in the video description below, but be sure to click that little red subscribe button so you don't miss a video. We're here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays with the best videos on beating debt, making more money, and making your money work for you. If you've got a question about money, just subscribe to the channel, scroll down, and ask it in the comments. We'll make sure you get an answer in a future video.